Well, alright, it's time to get to work on another Power Rangers Super Megaforce episode review. Better head over to the computer and get writing. Whoa, what's this? Somebody already wrote the review. It looks pretty good, actually. Well, guess I can set up the tripod then. Whoa! That was not there a minute ago. What is going on here? Well, I guess I've got some time on my hands. Wonder what I could do. Oh, hey, I'll set up my legendary Megazord. But where did the blades go? Oh, there they are. There they are. Alright, found the blades and... What in the world? What is going on here? Hey there, Swabbies, and welcome to another Power Rangers Super Megaforce episode review. Gray is definitely okay for today, as we are reviewing Episode 7, Silver Lining, Part 1. First, a quick formatting note. This is Super Megaforce's first two-part episode, and since I obviously just said Part 1, I'm going to be reviewing each of them separately. Each of them have a separate chunk of the story that can be reviewed on its own, beginning to middle to end, and I'm going to be giving each episode a separate score. However, a story can be more than the sum of its parts, so I'm also going to give Silver Lining a collective overall score after Part 2. Well, with that said, let's dive right in. We start with a streak going through the night sky. It turns out to be a spaceship that crashes on Earth, and it looks like an Armada ship. The door opens, somebody that looks human hops out and starts walking towards the city. Speaking of the Armada, Vikar's new plan to defeat the Rangers is, who needs generals when you have numbers? He orders his lackeys to forget the commanders and just send platoon after platoon of X-Borgs. The Rangers are in class for once, but education still gets the boot as Mr. Burley isn't teaching anything, but waxing philosophical about how life has gotten back to normal. When one of the students says, "Thanks to the Power Rangers," Troy speaks up and takes the glory away from his own team. He talks about the power of the human spirit and how it was regular people that built back the school and the city. Now, this could be a clever way of protecting his secret identity, because what Red Ranger would take away from his own accomplishments? The X-Borg's attack must be a very strategically important construction site. Tenso calls the Rangers and they arrive, only to find that the X-Borgs have already been defeated, but nobody else is around. Tenso sends the Rangers to another attack, but yet again when they arrive, the X-Borgs are defeated and the hero is gone. The confused Rangers go to the mall, where Gia bumps into a long-haired man with a silver shirt. Tenso sends the Rangers to another attack, and for the third time, the X-Borgs are defeated and there's nobody in sight. Vikar, frustrated that the X-Borg plan isn't working, decides to go along with his lackeys and send a commander, Gorgax. The Rangers stay at the third attack site and decide to help people and finally ask what happened. The people say that they thought they were doomed until they were saved by the Silver Ranger. Gorgax takes some of the X-Borgs with a bomb, and finally the Rangers arrive first. They morph into Megaforce with a full, all 5 individual screens morphing sequence. They play hot potato with the bomb until the Rangers finally get fed up and go Super Mega. 5-screen morph, but the full Super Megaforce roll call. It seems like they were really stalling for time. The Rangers finally get their hands on the bomb, tossing it back to the X-Borgs just as it explodes. The car goes back to Plan A, sending down even more X-Borgs. At the crashed ship, we see the long-haired man practicing with a staff. His ship's alarm goes off, and he runs off. The Rangers prepare to fight the new fleet of X-Borgs when something silver streaks by them, and we finally get to see the Silver Ranger. As he fights, he drops some lines that imply a backstory. Things like, "I won't let you commit your atrocities on this world too," and "I'll make sure this world has a chance mine never got." The Silver Ranger's weapon is a trident that can become a gun. He blasts up the X-Borgs, but then leaves the rest to the other Rangers. The bomb plan having failed, Bakar orders Levira to upgrade Gorgax when he returns. The Rangers go Legend mode to Lost Galaxy and have thankfully returned to using the team's warping calls, saying, "Go Galactic." It's also interesting to note that this is original footage, and that's really good because it's good to see original footage that uses some of the legendary Power Ranger suits. Gorgax activates a force field which deflects all of the Rangers' attacks. We then see that the Silver Ranger has demorphed and is watching the battle nearby around a corner. Jake gets fed up and runs up to the monster, getting flung over it and dropping his Quasar Saber. Hey, Troy, I thought Rangers never let go of their weapons. The saber hits the collar, deactivating the force field. Quick time out here because I know this is something that people are going to mention. Yes, in Gokaiger, the Green Ranger had transformed into Dragon Ranger, which we know of as MMPR Green. He dropped the Dragon Dagger on the collar, not a Quasar Saber. Some people say in this shot it's painfully obvious that that is the Dragon Dagger. I tend to disagree. We only see the tip of the weapon and the shot only lasts a second or two. With his force field gone, Gorgax blasts the Rangers and then retreats. Bakar tells him to get back down to Earth, but then calls Levira over and the two discuss a secret plan. The Rangers return to Ernie's, where the Silver Shirt Man serves them all smoothies and then leaves work for the day. The Rangers discuss the battle and realize that Gorgax's collar is the key. They formulate a plan to attack the back of the collar once again. Tenso then calls them back into battle, and they realize that the back of the collar has been enhanced. They decide to stay the course. You know, there's a slight inconsistency here. The Rangers' plan, as I just said, was to attack the back of the collar. But when the fight starts, they attack from all sides, and Gorgax's force field covers his entire body. How are they supposed to get to the back of the collar? Anyway, up on the Armada flagship, Bakar reveals his secret plan to Argus. The enhancement to Gorgax's collar is actually a bomb. When the Rangers hit it, they and Gorgax go kaboom. Argus is stunned that Bakar would sacrifice a commander, but Bakar says he would do anything to get the Rangers. Back at the battle, we see the Silver Man standing exactly where we saw him last. Remember, the Rangers have had a battle, gone to the juice bar, and have come back to a new battle. But hey, maybe it was just coincidence. Jake decides to attack from above and climbs up into a tree. But just as he's about to hit the collar, the Silver Ranger runs in and blocks his attack, saying that this is all a bit too easy. Gorgax is completely clueless and drops some college-level vocabulary, calling himself impregnable. Silver Ranger says that he can handle this by himself and drops another backstory line. I won't let this planet lose its protectors too. He finally hooks Gorgax's collar with his trident and launches it into the sky, where it safely explodes. Gorgax is stunned that Bakar would sacrifice him, but Mr. Silver has no mercy. He pulls out a Silver Ranger key and announces Super Mega Final Strike. Noah wonders aloud how he has a Ranger key, which is a great detail. Remember, to this point, there's no way for us to know that Silver is in fact a Super Megaforce Ranger. He finishes Gorgax with the Super Silver Spear Final Strike. The Rangers confront him and he pulls off his helmet, revealing the long-haired Silver Shirt Man. And he's got silver eyes. And so ends Part 1. Silver Lining Part 1 is just a really good intro story. They do a really good job of slowly bringing along the mystery of the Silver Ranger until we finally get the reveal. We also see good team characterization as the Rangers wonder who this guy is, whose side he's on, and how he's a Super Megaforce Ranger that they've never heard about. Hoist the colors! Episode 7, Silver Lining Part 1. Pros: great slow reveal of the Silver Ranger, strong writing with team characterization, and the Lost Galaxy original footage. Cons: long morphing sequences slow down the episode. Could it be? Can it finally have happened? Yes! Silver Lining Part 1 gets 5 flags out of 5. Remember, highest marks doesn't mean perfect, but this is definitely the best episode of Super Megaforce so far. The Silver Ranger injects life into a show that definitely was in need of it. But can the second part of the story carry the momentum? We shall see. Thank you so much for watching this review of Episode 7, Silver Lining Part 1. Part 2 is obviously right around the corner, so be sure to be watching for that. In the meantime, you can click here to see some of my other Power Rangers Super Megaforce episode reviews. The most recent is actually episode 2, Earth Bites Back, but you can also watch my review of the previous episode, episode 6, Spirit of the Tiger. Make sure to subscribe, comment, share this video with your friends. I would appreciate that very much. Until next time, may the power protect you.